It's Week 12 of the National Football League.
Is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Holding, offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Mills looking to the air right away.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Here's 2nd and a yard. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and short yardage, Mills.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion.
And he is going to have a Texans first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Mills to Pierce. They set up the screen. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Over the middle, and he coughed it up, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over.
Now Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
As
Straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Tua now on first down. Over the middle here to Wilson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to pass. Tua. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. Offense back out there along with Dameon Pierce. And Charles, he's a rookie. He's put it on the ground once. Maybe defensively now they're saying, okay, we can get this young buck to cough it up 2-3 times. He's got to be careful here.
Yeah, they do tend to zero in on the young runners because once one comes out, as you noted, you think there's an opportunity for more. This is where you have to get with that guy and say, all right, they're going to come after you, but we believe in your talents. Take care of the football, and let's go. Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 12, Mills. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Mills. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd down throw for Mills. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Nick Needham picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Tua. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
The Dolphins at 4-6 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Wilson's got it complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here's Tua.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert.
And here he'll get it down to the 7.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
That's another Dolphins first down.
Mostert will score. Touchdown, Miami. So they brought the extra point in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind-melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Mills.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Mills.
He gets it to Cooks.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, Mills.
That's complete to Cobb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Handoff right side to Pierce.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Throwing, Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle.
Mills now. Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Miami set to take over. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body. Get yourself ready to go. And they have to.
He's got him in. Complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And for a while when this place opened, all the talk was about punts hitting the Giants scoreboard here in Arlington. I don't think we ever heard about a pass hitting the scoreboard, but that's probably about as close as you're going to get. That one was way up there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Tua's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Tua setting up shop to throw again.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Moss.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look, and this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Holding, offense.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Tua on 4th down. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taking it about the 1. On the return, Tremont Smith. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Houston's offense taking over again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Mills to throw it. He's got Jordan complete right side. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. That's underneath to Pierce.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's hurry-up mode time for the Texans, hustling up to the line.
Now a throw here to his running back.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Mills to the air again.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away.
Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Tua now on 1st down. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Tua.
He's got Wilson, middle of the field.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and it's the Bears who have the lead. The Bears looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we'll head down.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And this one is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Tua. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Tua going to throw. Caught by Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Tua. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. Then he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They hand it off to Mostert. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Derek Stingley, he got there in a hurry, and he earns the TFL.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. And they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, Keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans.
At their 25-yard line.
They'll get things started with a carry by Pierce. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Mills. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long.
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Looking to throw is Mills. Delivers another one to Pierce.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a...
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
And now out comes Houston.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Walker.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year.
And the Dolphins have opened the lead up to 30. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, Time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Texans offense set to regain possession. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Oh, heck of a move.
Man.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Pierce gets this one running right.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Throwing on second down, Mills.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They'll come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
To throw, Mills.
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys, and that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here's Mostert, toss left side.
Dances by him. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
Christian Wilkins there defensively for the stop. On 2nd and 9, Mills.
That's complete to Cobb. That'll give them 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now. Now Mills. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Dolphins offense returning to the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season. Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Mills now looks to throw on 1st down.
Caught by Cobb. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
1st down, Houston.
A 1st down throw for Mills. He's got his man. It's Pierce. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here's Mills.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Throwing, Mills.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Mills, 4th down. Got to have it.
He's going to go up top again. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47.
He'll look to Mostert to start things out.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
63 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 1st down.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Moss on the give up the middle.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. A run with Mostert up the middle.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Houston set to take over. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board, so if you're moving it and you're not scoring.
That's caught inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mills now.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play and the other one obviously not ready at all.
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep.
So for the Dolphins, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Houston, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. He's coming off a game where he cleared the century mark with ease, over 150 yards. It's the Dolphins and the Niners, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage in the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fielded right around the 8. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 draft, a guy with something to prove, Iowa State's career passing leader. And that's Brock Purdy.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately, 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 18 carries, 99 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Purdy. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers for him from a week ago. 20 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
They put a lot of effort into game planning and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
This defense for the Niners, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
It's a gain of 4 there and gives them a new set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. 1, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He sets to fire deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Tua sets up to pass it. Over the middle and complete. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Now the first carry for Zach Moss. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Got a man, that's Trent Sherfield.
He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Tua. He completes it to Wilson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
An opportunity to get back to level after the fumble return touchdown. 1st and goal. Now Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Tua going to throw. And this one complete to Smith.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit.
Sanders' kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case,
now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Purdy's throw taken in by Samuel. Now an option play on second down.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite third and long on the horizon. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Purdy looking to throw. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a second straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks from Tampa.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to pass. Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy.
He'll find Goodwin here on the right side.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
He's going to try and do this himself.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. The kick by Gould is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. They can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Out route, and it's complete to Brown.
And he's able to get this one to a spin before he's out of bounds. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. This is taken at the 18, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They'll start out here with the option left. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, you don't expect too many quarterbacks to be adept at breaking away from would-be tacklers, but this is uncommonly good right here as he's able to get away.
And defensively, you're going to have some guys with hands on hips looking to the heavens right now. You've got a fairly clean shot at the quarterback here, but he's able to worm his way out of that initial contact, and not only that, he's able to hot-foot it downfield for good yardage.
On first down, Purdy.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. On second down, McCaffrey.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. On first down, it's Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Purdy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. To throw again on second down. Tua. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And again, it's Tagovailoa.
He'll swing this out to Mostert.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on second down.
Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
He's got this one complete to Sherfield.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. This is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Herb Smith Jr. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to...
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He'll hit Mostert again here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on third and inches.
Passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. Going to look deep for Wilson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Off the option, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up
Purdy from the gun on third down. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. Third down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go option to the short side. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
He was brought down by
Throwing here, Purdy.
It's 3rd and 11.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick.
Here's McLeod on the return. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Got a man, that's Ayuk.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Six yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
This is McCaffrey on the give. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll go option to the short side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. A nice little juke. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So a big hit coming for Robbie Gould. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that's going to up the lead to 15 to 10.
So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And the Dolphins getting set to go here.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 27. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on third down. Tua going to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down, and the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. But how about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua.
And he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead.
So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal fourth down stop.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one, and that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And some good tackling there as he's stopped up at about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's the option, running right. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here.
Purdy from the gun.
Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, it's Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
10 more yards. Complete to George Kittle.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey. Oh, a good move at the 5. And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal. It's some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. Knock it on the door. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. This feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Gold with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 4, 2:07 remaining. They'll have one play, maybe two, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Now Tua. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now they go screen. It's complete. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. On first down, this is McCaffrey. Down to about the 37. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They run with McCaffrey off the option. And he's got room. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. 2nd and 11. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. So the victory here for San Francisco, and a little bit of a surprise they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the 49ers, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.